Alright, South Korea's retails are massively piling into XRP, and here's the latest. Now, what if I told you that while the West is hesitating, an entire nation of hyper-aggressive traders is quietly cornering the market on XRP? Right now, a massive wave of retail capital is flooding into one specific digital asset, and it isn't Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's XRP. The data coming straight out of Asia is mind-blowing. We are talking about tens of millions of tokens moving in mere hours, creating a massive pocket of liquidity that could completely disrupt global price action. So in this video, we are unpacking a stunning report shared on X by the prominent crypto researcher here, BankXRP, detailing a massive surge in buying pressure that has taken the market by surprise. So let's look at exactly what is happening across the ocean and what it means to our portfolio. So let's start with our very first question about why is South Korea suddenly flooding the XRP market with millions of dollars? The numbers shared by researcher BankXRP on here on X paint a wild picture. South Korea's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Upbit, just recorded a staggering 24-hour trading volume of over 62,360,000 XRP. To put that into perspective, the token was trading at roughly 1,651 Korean won, which translates to about $1.09 per token. This explosive activity pushed XRP straight to the top of Upbit's most actively traded asset list, standing shoulder to shoulder with the absolute giants of the industry. Now here's my opinion. I've watched global trading patterns for years, and South Korea behaves like the ultimate financial locomotive. When Korean retail traders pile into an asset, they don't just dip their toes in, they jump in with both feet. So to me, this massive 62 million token volume signals that local investors see $1.09 as an absolute steal. They aren't waiting around for corporate press releases. They are actively voting with their capital, creating a localized supply shock that could easily spill over into Western markets. Now, can one single exchange reveal where the entire crypto market is heading? Upbit isn't just any regular trading platform. It is widely recognized as a global bellwether for pure retail sentiment. The screenshots shared by BankXRP right here showed that the total exchange trading activity volume for the XRP Korean won pair actually surpassed 104 million during this peak period. In the trading world, high volume means massive liquidity and intense participation, acting like an open stadium where everyone is rushing to buy tickets at the exact same time. Now, here's my opinion. Volume precedes price. While critics will argue that high volume includes both buying and selling, you simply do not get 104 million in trading activity on a leading exchange unless there is a fierce battle for accumulation. So in my view, this high velocity environment acts like a magnifying glass for consumer confidence. The Korean market is treated like a testing ground for retail hype, and right now the needle is pointing directly at heavy accumulation. Now, why is the crypto community completely fractured over this data? Whenever XRP makes waves, the internet immediately splits into two fiercely opposing camps, and BankXRP's post was no exception. In the comment section, a user named Scott Reed right here. Scott Reed, again, Scott Reed completely dismissed the data, aggressively claiming that XRP would never see $3 level again. Meanwhile, another user named I'm Nobody questioned the relevance of the volume entirely, asking what practical conclusions anyone could actually draw from numbers on the screen. Now, here's my opinion. It honestly amuses me how emotional people get over raw data. When I look at critics dismissing a 62 million token trading day, I see individuals who are letting past bias blind them to current market realities. So to me, the skepticism from people like Scott Reed is actually a contrarian buy signal. Market tops out when everyone is celebrating, and they bottom out when people are angry and dismissive. The fact that retail is buying heavily while commentators are complaining tells me the asset is transferring from weak hands to strong, highly liquid regional players. And finally, here's our overall conclusion. The undeniable reality is that South Korean retail traders are treating XRP as a premier asset, completely ignoring the noise and skepticism found online. While community members argue back and forth about whether trading volume can directly dictate future value, the sheer scale of Upbit's 62,360,000 XRP volume proves that market interest is sitting at an absolute boiling point. Now, my take here is simple. Ignore the opinions, but never ignore the money. South Korea has historically acted as the catalyst for some of the most explosive rallies in crypto history. With XRP holding strong around $1.09 mark on massive international volume, the foundation is being laid for a massive global liquidity rotation. So watch the Eastern exchanges closely, keep your strategies locked in, and let the data guide your path. And this finally ends our video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next one. Or you might just as well check this next recommended video right here.